Hello guys, it's a good root with you, and today we're gonna look at procedural modeling. So I have a non-destructive object here. What we can do with it, we can change the length, we can decrease it, we can change the caps from round to triangle, and maybe some like that. Also we have square shape that we can change back to round one and otherwise. So main benefit of this type of modeling is that we easily can change all the forms by controlling the main profile. Let's start with empty scene. We will create a plane. Let's hide the grid and go to the edit mode. Now right click and subdivide the mesh. We need to go to the vertices and select the middle one. Inverse selection and delete all other vertices. So now we have only one vertex. Move it to the top. Let back our grid. So go to the front view, and now with selected vertex we press E to extrude, and that's how we build the profile. And from that we start to build our object. Go to the properties panel, select modifier stack, and add our first modifier, screw. So we need only the half of the circle. Go to the angle and type 180 degree, and in steps we can increase it to maybe 46. Let's turn off smooth shading. And now we need second cap. Let's duplicate this object with Alt D to create an instance object. Go to the angle and type here -180. Let's turn on calculate order on both of objects. And if we reset the position of this one, we will see we have the circle. And now we need only the middle part. Let's duplicate it one more time with Alt D. And now we change our screw modifier to extrude. Go to angle, reset to 0, give steps the lowest number by 2, and extrude it with the screw value. So we see we have different directions that we needed, so change Z-axis to Y-axis and give it a mirror modifier. So we have all our parts, and now we need to combine them. Let's add array modifier, X value reset to 0, and in Y-axis type 1. So we have our length, and now we need to select our caps. Let's start from this one and second one. So we see we have this kind of problem. It caused by different origin position in these meshes, and we can easily fix it with displace modifier and change direction from normal to Y-axis, and you can manually pick up the value. So if we go back to our main object, let's turn on merge checkbox, and in the screw try to change screw value. So we see we still have our problems. So we can copy screw modifier value to another object displays value. Let's paste that and let's change it a little bit. Edit drive. Go to the type and change it to the scripted expression and multiply it by 2. So now let's check it. Let's add bevel modifier. Change it to the angle. Turn off clamp overlap and give it some more segments. So we see that we have a problem. It caused by wrong face orientations on different object. We can correct that with flip checkbox. And now we see all work perfectly. So we can turn on smooth shading on each of the segments. And for this one we give weighted normal. And turn on auto smooth shading. So now we have fully worked system. We can change steps to whatever we want. And now we will build a square caps. For that we need to turn off this screw modifier, add another one, change angle to 0. Go to screw for extrude, change its z-axis to y-axis and give it a lowest number for steps. So we see we need to mirror it, and let's go to the mirror. And now we will mirror it by 45 degrees. For that we need to create empty object. Copy the location of main object and turn empty by 45 degree. Minus 45 will do better job. So select our mirror modifier and select from there our object. It's fine. Let's go to the bisect and voila. All we need is another mirror modifier. And voila, we have our square system. So you can repeat this procedure for creating another square cap. And what I prefer to have is standalone profile without any modifiers. Like that I can easily see what I have in base and correct whenever I want. Another problem with face orientation. So let's go flip it one more time. And that's it. I hope you like it. If you're interested in more procedural stuff, subscribe to this channel. I definitely will continue to upload some new features.